From center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. is Lexington Blue Sox baseball here on LSP. Tonight, the Lexington Blue Sox look to make it 8 wins in a row. They are 12-5, second in the ICL by points and first by points percentage. Well, as they host the Stoneham Sabers at 5-10, 7th out of 7 in the ICL. Good evening, everybody. Sam Feely here with you, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Chris Del Sordo is on the peanut gallery mic. Soon enough, we're going to get him a lavalier so you can actually hear how much more insightful he is than I am. No, I will not. I will not stop speaking the truth. Anyways, the Blue Sox, this is, I believe, the going to be playing the Sabers twice in the next week. I'll actually bookend this week with games against the Sabres, including a rare Sunday hardcore matinee. A 1 o'clock start over at Recreation Park in Stoneham. But tonight, it's the Blue Sox and the Sabres here at LHS. Thursday night, the Blue Sox face the Andre Chiefs. And as we come down to the home stretch after completing the interleague portion of the schedule, Blue Sox and Sabres both coming off comeback wins in their last games, although the Sabres was a lot more comfortable once they completed their comeback than it was for the Blue Sox. They were down 3-0 to Mass Envelope after half an inning and then scored 9 in the bottom of the first to coast to that 9-5 victory. Meanwhile, the Blue Sox had to pull even in the 6th and get a sac fly from, guess who, Luis Atiles, to get the game-winning run home against the Middlesex Expos over at Ferrolo last night. That was a 3-2 final. That came off a 5-0 shutout of TJO in the, well, somewhat interleague finale. They still have to make up their own game against Mass Envelope, in fact. It's a battle of southpaws. Nick Janice and Michael O'Brien will get the start on the mound for their respective clubs. And Blue Sox hoping to make it crazy 8s. 3 meetings in the next 16 days. We wait until July 14th to get the first game of the year in between the Blue Sox and the Stoneham Sabres. And Manuel Zapata will lead things off here in the top of the first for the Sabres. It'll be followed by Dionis Cazada, the catcher, Nick Bartolini, the third baseman, Austin Bruin, the center fielder. The ICL's own Jackie Moon, Angelo Colucci at first, Matt Consiglian left, Maverick Bordeaux. First pitch lined into right field the other way by Zapata for a leadoff base hit. Not wasting any time there against Obi. Maverick Bordeaux at short, Dylan Laveau in right, and Nelson Correa at second, rounding out the batting order for the Stoneham Sabres. Mentioned Nick Janice getting the start on the mound for the Sabres. We'll give you his numbers in just a moment as Cazada gets settled in here. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it off for strike 1. So Zapata with the leadoff base hit. Picks up his 13th hit of the year to improve on his 308, 357, 359 slash line entering play. I told you, Chris was more insightful than I am. 756 our first pitch. And yeah, the Sabres not shy swinging the bats here, but it's 1-2 now to Cazada. Cazada is only playing his 4th game of the year. Fouls that one off. Cazada 5 for 9 with 3 ribbies and 2 doubles in his first 3 games of the season. Pickoff attempt at first and back safely is Zapata. Played against the Americans on June 1st, went 2 for 3 with a run scored. Went 1 for 2 against the Bulldogs on June 21st, and that did not come back to the inside corner, so it is 2-2. And then had a 2-for-4 effort with 2 runs and 2 ribbies against Mass Envelope back on July 11th. That was the comeback win against Mass Envelope that, again, was much more comfortable than the Blue Sox comeback effort against the Middlesex Expos last night. 3-2 with a runner at first, and a grounder to the left side, fielded it short to second for 1, on to first. Double play! Huge double play on a 3-2 pitch. Obi can breathe a little easier now, 2 down.
Now batting the third baseman, number 12, Nick Bartolini.
Base is empty, 2 down, and here's Nick Bartolini, the third baseman. Bart slashing 349, 408, 721. 5 doubles, 1 triple, 3 homers, 11 ribbies, and 4 out of 4 in stolen base attempts, too. I, too, can play Road to the Show on rookie mode. 0-2, however, now is the count to Bartolini. Again, this is the first meeting of the season for the Sabres, and this is the last team that the Blue Sox had yet to play this year in the ICL. Also play again on Sundays. Flared popped into right field and caught on the run into foul territory, and then out of play to complete the catch and carry by is that Anderson Jimenez that making the catch? It looks like it. Well, regardless, Obi faces the minimum. Sabres nothing. Blue Sox coming up. LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in card. Shipping Shield are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly, made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the codes and link on the screen and in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is. And as we go to the bottom of the first, it'll be Mrs. Vanderzouw's baby boy leading things off for the home team. The Blue Sox in navy blue and the Sabres in, I guess, royal blue, traditional blue, whatever you want to call it.
And leading off for the Blue Sox, the right fielder, number 46, David Vanderzouw.
Janice making his 5th appearance of the year, 1-2 with a 3.32 ERA and 15 strikeouts in 19 innings. And now it's the Blue Sox' turn to swing at the first pitch, but Vanderzouw not nearly with the same result as Zapata did, 0-1. Vanderzouw and Jimenez and Atiles leading the things off the bottom of the first as a slow grounder to second, and on to first with DVZ. Yeah, I know, right? Looked like he had hit it. He held R2 a little too late. Anyways.
The second baseman, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
When you see the Sabres swing so frequently like they did in that first inning, you That you think, oh well, maybe I can throw it out of the zone a little more often, and I can get some easy outs. But good job by Cazada to grind out that at bat. Unfortunately, got the 6-4-3 double play, and now AJ into right and camping under it and making the catch. What, 4 pitches, 2 outs. Laveau brings that in. And it will be up to, I guess they did, this will be Eric Ramirez. Oh, no, they just fixed it. They just fixed it in time. Oh, man.
The shortstop, number 5, Luis Atiles.
Good thing you didn't announce it, Chris.
No, I was watching it unfold.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not costing the Blue Sox an out.
Anyways. Atiles, who had the game-winning sac fly last night on top of his pinch hit, go-ahead 2-run home run the week before.
That's a bad info, too. That's what I had written down before I got the lineup card.
I mean, I noticed that. He'll be outside for a ball. It is 1-1, and on deck is Eric Ramirez, and he's wearing number 34, as is the guy in the hole right now, AJ Lisco. I'm seeing double here. 4 big poppies. 2-1. So, Atiles, what a presence he has become. Swing and a miss. 5 out of 17, but with 7 ribbies. 294, 350, 471. Kind of an unassuming slash line there, but he has made his at-bats count in the biggest way possible. All right, payoff pitch to Luis. Outside for a ball. He draws a 2-out walk, and here comes Eric Ramirez.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 34, Eric Ramirez. Hey, listen, I'm never upset at, somebody antsy to hit the ball.
It's Monday, man. We're all... Here is Eric Ramirez, speaking of a guy who makes all of his at-bats count. 20 for 43 this year. Now he grounds this one to the right side. Good job avoiding the ball, hitting him by Luis on his way to second. Gets into right for a base hit. 2 down, 2 out. And here comes AJ Lisco.
Go, AJ.
That's hit number 21 of the year for Ramirez to pad his slash line of 465, 478, 674.
The extra hitter, number 34, AJ Lisco.
Well, let's see if AJ Lisco can be phenomenal here and bring home the first run of the game for the Blue Sox. Lefty on lefty matchup here. So it's one thing when Ramirez and Atiles, a couple of righties, are able to extend the inning, but now not a bad spot to be in, I guess, to try and, get out of this and maybe swing some momentum back in your favor if you're a Janice. It is now 0-2 with 2 down. And 2 on. Atiles with a walk and Ramirez with a single, but 0-2 to Lisco. Grounds this one to second. All you can do at that point is just put it in play and hope for the best, and it ends up being no runs, 1 hit, 2 left, and we are scoreless after 1.
We will head to the top of the second inning, still scoreless. Due up for the Sabers, Brune, Colucci, and Consigli.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot, whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. Email yours truly for all the deets. Brune, Colucci, and Consigli, the middle third of the order, due up for the Sabers here in the top of the second.
Leading off the top of the second for Stoneham, the center fielder, number 7, Austin Brune.
Austin Brune, cleanup man, the center fielder for Stoneham. Enters play slashing .316, .460, .500. 1 double, 2 homers, 14 ribbies. 1-0, and yeah, not a bad idea by Obi. Throw one out of the zone, see what happens. Those first pitch swings at the top of the first pop up into right field, and that is caught. Winds might be a little bit of an issue, and you can tell with the cloud cover, there might be a threat of thunderstorms, but hoping we can beat the clock in that regard. 1 down.
The first baseman, number 13, Angelo Colucci.
Angelo Colucci, also the manager of the Stoneham Sabers. Watches that one. Catch the outside edge for a strike. 0-1. That's in there for a strike. 0-2. Colucci slashing .231, .279, .282 with 5 ribbies. Outside for a ball, and it'll be 1-2. The Sabers at the bottom of the ICL standings, fouled off, remains 1-2, but got plenty of offensive firepower. Brune, third in the league in RBIs with 14. Also tied for third in the league in steals with 7. Brune with 2 home runs, Bartolini with 3. Colucci pops this one up into foul territory, and that's going to get out of play. So, Jello grinding that bat out here. Hoping to make it another win for the Sabres again after their comeback win against Mass Envelope in their last game, but that was 3 days ago. Little dribbler foul in the box, and it will remain 2-2. Obi enters play 1-0. This is his 7th appearance of the year, 17 2/3 innings, a .357 ERA, 18 hits, 9 earned runs, walked 7, struck out 16. Also thrown 3 wild pitches, but gets Colucci to swing and miss that one. 2 down.
The left fielder, number 2, Matt Consigli.
2 down as Obi picks up his first strikeout of the game. It'll be up to Matt Consigli to try and keep the line moving. That's a strike to Consigli, 1 of 8 in this is 4th game of the season. Pops this one up. Foul territory out of play, and it's quickly 0-2. Oh-2. Down away, 1-2. Again, the Blue Sox, 1-7 in a row, looking to make it 8. And on that little roller coaster to start the season was frustrating, of course. Did I hit the shot put thing? Or all right. Things really started to really gel together for the Blue Sox after Atiles made his debut in the game against Al Thomas. Gets down in front of the center fielder, Camella, for a 2-out single. And Atiles, in terms of stats, is very good, as we said.
The shortstop, number
A couple of clutch RBIs, including that pinch hit home run against the Bulldogs and the sac fly against Middlesex last time out. But you often think of a player who, changes the narrative of a team's season doing so with just eye-popping numbers. And not that Atilis's numbers are bad, but just doesn't jump off the page quite like a OPS that would make Barry Bonds blush.
Well, I mean, essentially batting 300 with a home run, a double, and then just the biggest array of clutch singles you're going to find.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it makes me blush.
Anyways, Consigli drawing a couple of pickoff attempts before the first Stoneham Sabers at bat for Maverick Bordeaux, St. Anselm product, swings and drives this one into left center field, and able to track that one down is Camilla for the out. That retires the side, a familiar name from the baseball broadcasts I've done for St. A's the last couple of years, and we are through a buck and a half, still no score, with a great piece there by Maverick in his first AB with the Sabers. When I say LSP is something for everyone since 2011, I by God mean it. Sports, live events, petsing, and walking, tech help, errands, and a whole lot more. Find our Thumbtack page, Linktree LSP37, or email yours truly so we can proceed to give you what you need. All these pop culture references I make to, pieces of media I've never consumed in my life comes in handy in trivia competitions, and hopefully that will come in handy in the next year or so, as I took the proctored Jeopardy contestant test earlier today, and maybe you'll see me on the Alex Trebek stage at some point, but we'll see. I got this far too last year, but as the producer always says in those calls, some of our greatest champions had to go through this process multiple times, because oftentimes it is a matter of random chance. Dom Gabardi leading off the bottom of the second, about the same spot Bordeaux hit his, but that is also tracked down by the center fielder, in this case Austin Bruin, one up, one down.
The first baseman, number 19, Luke Ward.
Luke Ward trying to get on base here and avoid the need for a two-out, nobody-on rally. Not that the Blue Sox or any team would welcome those. It's something that has been a hallmark of Blue Sox baseball in the years I've covered the team, but you can't lean on that. Maverick! I'm going to ride that one all the way to the station. 2 down.
The designated hitter, number 14, Pat Casserly.
2 up, 2 down, and here is Pat Casserly, the designated hitter. And Janice gets the outside edge for strike one. I don't know, Mark Burley with the pacing here, the speed running. The White Sox unveiled a Mark Burley statue over the weekend, and I think if that statue suited up for the 2025 White Sox, he wouldn't fare any worse than anyone currently on the roster. Ooh. Trying to front door Casserly there, but it's 2-2 with 2 out in inning number 2. Mat excursion intensifies. Up and away, it is a full count with Max Dushny due up next. Cass, 231 average coming into play. And read the top line, remains a full count. 3 for 13 with 1 double and 2 ribbies and 1 walk. Cass was 0 for 1 against the Expos last night. And that is up and away for ball 4. And a 2-out base runner again for the Blue Sox, and that'll be up to Dush.
Now batting the catcher, number 7, Max Dushny.
So Dush getting ready to take the at-bat, just getting the shin guards off. That's what you got to do if you're a catcher and you're in the on-deck circle with 2 outs. Be prepared to, you know, I don't know if that's the word I want to use right now, but then again, it's YouTube. But yeah, just be half prepared for battle, right?
That was Chris, not Sam. Whoever's listening. Not in terms of the Blue Sox fans.
Yeah, anyways.
We're the government. Love to have you here.
Don't encourage them.
Welcome to LSP.
Why would you do this to your... Welcome to whatever this is. Why would you do this to yourself? Gets past Cazada and up to second goes Casserly. So ahead in the count is Dush with a runner in scoring position, and a base hit right now would do wonders for Dush, I'm sure, certainly when it comes to his performance at the plate, which has been very different from what it was last year. That misses 2-0. He's only 3 for 21 this year, and last year he had about around 500 OBP for the year. He's drawing more walks than base hits, but that hasn't really been the case this year. Hoping to cash in. 3-0. Not that a walk would, well, you'd scoff at a walk either, but you want to get the first round of the ball game any way you can. A 4-pitch walk. Well, something, 1,000 miles single step. Back-to-back walks, so it's not going to be the wild pitch that really
Number 18, Charlie Camella.
makes the difference in the end, however this inning plays out. But here is Charlie Camella with first and second 2 down, and that nearly came in and got him at his 1-0. And time is called. We're going to have a conference at the mound. Camella enters play 4 for 23 on the year. Slash line of 174, 269, 174. And now would be a pretty good time for his first RBI of the year. Looking for his first hit since June the 21st against Brighton. He is 0 for his last 6, hitless in his last 4 games that he's played. 1-0 is the count to Camella. Lefty against lefty. This is the kind of matchup that Janice was able to get out of that 2-out nobody on into 2-on jam in the first inning. Will be same song, second verse for the Blue Sox offense. You see that one coming in at you from a lefty, and you know it's slow enough that you'd love to take a rip, but that's not on a tee enough. Taking all the way 2-1, and that is up and in, and is 3-1. There is action already in the Stoneham bullpen, by the way. Ryan Williams. That is just high for a ball. A 4-pitch walk, a 5-pitch walk after a 4-pitch walk. And it is now bases loaded, 2 down, 3 consecutive walks. The first 2 were retired with relative ease. And here is Mrs. Van der Zouwen's baby boy looking to get some tendies. Pops out of Quezada's glove, but has an eye on it. No advance by the runners. It is 1-0. DVZ grounded out to second to begin the night offensively for the Blue Sox. In the bottom of the first, 2-0. Two and one. Good count here for David. With Casserly at third, Dushney at second, and Camella at first. 3-1 as that's outside because I had to reach a bit to his right and nowhere to put David right now. A broken bat pop up into shallow left and caught for the out that retires the side. Oh boy, really got in and saw that bat explode out of Vandy's hands. And the Blue Sox have now left 5 through the first 2 innings, and it is still scoreless after 2.
Sabers in the top of the third, Laveau, Correa, and Zapata.
The LSP store is open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy or of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Email yours truly for game videos, and it's the Creator Spring store for merch. We go to the top of the third, 8-9-1 due up for the Sabres. We're actually out hitting the Blue Sox to this point, 2-1. But the Sabres have left 2 through the first 2 innings, and the Blue Sox have left 5. Nick Janice, as you might have heard Chris say, having these guys off balance all night, and OB maybe a little more conventional with the, a little closer to the power pitcher, not fully powered, I guess, but definitely not a guy who needs to, do his Jamie Moyer impression to get you out. First pitch swinging, and a good read in left by Gabardi. Took a couple steps in, then saw it was coming right towards him. Didn't have to move much more. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting the second baseman, number 16, Nelson Correa.
So Laveau is retired to lead off the top of the third. Now here's the second baseman, Nelson Correa. .306 from the number 9 slot. 1 double, 1 triple. 2 ribbies. Pop up behind second base. It might be trouble, and AJ made the catch and then flipped it out of his glove. I hope baseball has their own problematic catch rule, It is 2 up, 2 down.
The designated hitter, number 23, Emmanuel Zapata.
I mean, hey, you do actually have to worry about the having 2 feet in bit. We go out, we out towards the gravel path or towards the left field bleachers.
That was that Luke Ward play the last time that we were.
Oh man, catch and carry.
And showed it to the ref.
Mm-hmm. 0-2 now to Zapata, who had the leadoff base hit to begin this ball game. One of just 3 hits total, 2 of them by the Sabres. Quickly 0-2. Foul tip, but wait, I mean, you definitely foul tipped it. What? What? Oh man, like he foul tipped it, and then Dush. Oh, he didn't. That from here was. Well, it sounded like it was foul tipped. Clip the bat and then in the glove, in and out of the glove, but okay. Much ado about nothing there. It ends up still no score after 2.5. Quick inning there for OB. Kind of guy who gets better as the game goes on. Oh, wait, hang on. We are going to resume this inning. So we're not quite there yet. It was ruled a foul ball, and we're going to resume the at-bat with Zapata 0-2 with 2 down. And well, if you're the Blue Sox, if you're O'Brien, you do not want to let this second win for the Sabres turn into a hurricane. He's waiting for AJ to get in position there at second. 0-2. I was half expecting that to either be strike 3 anyways or ranched. 2-2. It's just a goofy third option, Kookie. It's just like, referring to the game last Wednesday when we had some, trash talk in Spanish on the foul the other way over the crowd's head on the right field bleachers. And some trash talk and chirping in Spanish from the Blue Sox dugout when we had the bleacher creatures broadcast, basically. Boy, to think we were robbed of this, huh? Great at bat all of a sudden, 0-2, and that foul tip that Dush was unable to hang on to. Turn this into a good at bat here. And in the left, and diving catch in left field by Dom Gabardi.
Officially, the Sabres in the top of the third. No runs on no hits, no Blue Sox errors, and no runners left on base. And now we head to the bottom of the third inning, still scoreless.
I mean,
Jimenez, Atiles,
certainly a much more entertaining finish to that inning than just the anticlimactic foul tip.
We had 2 web jets that
I know, right? I mean, we got some great defensive plays tonight. No wonder it's scoreless. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Of course you are. Kookie, you better be too. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, LSP37. Don't forget about YouTube memberships and such. All the cool kids are doing it. We go to the bottom of the third. 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Blue Sox. Jimenez, Atiles, and Ramirez. So after a fine catch in left field by Dom Gabardi to take a base hit away from Emmanuel Zapata after giving new life with a foul tip on that otherwise would have been strike 3. Jimenez takes ball 1 outside, 1-0. The Blue Sox left 5 the first 2 innings. Sabres have left 2. Fouls that one off, 1-1. Sabres, actually, let me rephrase that. They've only left 1 runner. That was Consigli. Zapata, after his leadoff single, was erased on that 6-4-3 double play. 1-2 is the count. To Jimenez, who flew out to right his first time up. Fouls that one off. We'll do it again. Breeze blowing out right now, so see if you can get one into the jet stream and go for a jog. 1-2. High. 2-2. And that is on the outside corner for strike 3 called. Jimenez cannot believe it. Jimenez is now 0 for 2, and that's going to put him at 250 for the year on his batting average. Entering play at 273. So 1 up, 1 down, and here is Luis Atiles into right field. Going back, hits off the base of the wall, turns the right fielder around a little bit. Oh, wow, great game of catch-up there. Played by Dylan Laveau to hold Atiles to a very long single. I mean, I thought that, the first thing, I didn't think that was gone. I thought that was, he was slowing down because maybe it was going to be caught, which looked like a little bit. But then the breeze that we were talking about might have carried a bit. So Atiles at first with a single, just the second hit of the night for the Blue Sox. Ramirez pops this one up, and it's caught at first by Colucci. It's just a wacky little inning here. I'm still trying to catch up.
First baseman, number 34, AJ Lisco.
Blue Sox do need to get back into, work the count mode. Here's a fly ball in the left the other way, and oh no! That drifted away from Matt Consigli after he had caught.
It was running from him the whole time.
He caught the fly ball by Vanderzauwen to end the bases loaded threat, but now he drops this one that otherwise would have been the third out, and now it is second and third because of the two-base E7. And we'll see if Dom Gabardi can cash in. He takes strike 1. Similar play happened in the game last week. Oh, and that gets into center field. A little game of skee ball is won there by the Blue Sox. Gabardi drives home 2. Blue Sox are on the board first. That was, we're talking about, the wacky twists and turns the ball has taken tonight. There's another one. Hopped up the pitcher's mound, nearly snared by Janice. You also had Bordeaux coming over to it towards the second base bag. Looked like he might have had a shot. In the end, it gets into center field. Atiles and Lisco score. Gabardi with a 2-run single, both runs unearned, and that is going to do it for Nick Janice.
We have a substitution to announce for Stoneham. Now pitching for the Sabers, the right-hander, number 25, Ryan Williams.
Ryan Williams taking over on the mound for the Stoneham Sabers. His third appearance of the year. He's worked 2 total innings, allowed 4 hits and 4 unearned runs. Walking 1, striking out 1, and hitting 1 batter. On June 12th, he went 2/3 of an inning and allowed all 4 of those unearned runs, 3 hits and a walk. Also had that hit batsman. Had a much better outing against the Bulldogs his last appearance, but that was on June 21st, day of baseball. Went an inning and a third and allowed 1 hit, but no runs. Didn't walk anyone and struck out a batter. So the Blue Sox cash in thanks to the base hit by Gabardi driving home Lisco and Atiles after the error in left by Consigli. And now here is Luke Ward. Gabardi picks up the 2 RBI single, getting the Blue Sox on the board first. Williams delivers, and the way that Ward was wiggling the bat here, looked like he was just ready to ranch one if that came in straight. Not straight enough, apparently. Oh, nice little pickoff move, but
So Williams only took like 4 of his available warm-up pitches.
yeah.
And he was showing a different delivery,
Mm-hmm.
like out of a lot of arm slots, and that was a new one as well. So that might have had something to do with it. I mean, that's coming at you funky.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that pitching coaches and scouts always preach is repeatability of your delivery. But sometimes if you're able to, stay consistent, keep control of the ball, those will mess a batter up. Unfortunately, didn't mess up Ward enough as he grounds out to second, and the inning is over. But the Blue Sox strike first. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left, 3 in the books. 2-0 Blue Sox.
The Lexington Blue Sox 2, the Stoneham Sabers 0. Due up for Stoneham in the top of the 4th. Quezada, Bartolini, and Broom.
Our next broadcast Thursday night, the rivalry renewed. The Andre Chase and the Lexington Blue Sox. 8 o'clock first pitch. We go live at 7:55 on this here YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to do whatever it is you have to do with your copious free time. We go to the top of the 4th. 2-0 Blue Sox. Chris mentioning to me between innings.
Leading off the top of the 4th for the Sabers, the catcher, number 36, Dionis Quezada.
Chris mentioning to me that someone was gonna get an earful and probably something else full if the Blue Sox did not score that inning, especially when you think about Luis, could have been on second. He could have been on.
Run in the box score.
I mean, take what you can get. He could have been on second on that fly ball, but he does eventually come home, and would have only taken the error to bring him home, rather than just get him to third.
I feel like this is, I don't see as many Blue Sox games as you do. I feel like Dom Gabardi with that 2-run single and the catch he had on left field, that's a story right now, his play this year. And I don't want to prescribe something that's not there, but I feel like he's got to be batting over 100.
He was at 3:08 entering play. Here's a slow grounder to Ramirez, who bobbles it, throws, and it's not in time. Quezada reaches. Leadoff man aboard on an E5.
The third baseman, number 12, Nick Bartolini.
Quezada is now 0 for 2, but he is on base for the first time. Here's Bartolini, who popped up to second to end a quick in the end. Top of the first, in which OB only faced the minimum. Blue Sox striking first, and the 2-out, 2-run single by Dom Gabardi, making him 1 for 2 on the night. And now here's count here for Bartolini. Gabardi's now 5 for 15 on the year with 5 RBIs.
That's good, right? Okay.
And time called as Dush and Obi trying to get back on the same page here. Sabres also using this opportunity to go over strategy offensively, and Dush seems content with the results of that negotiation. Hitters count here for Nick Bartolini. He represents the tying run. It's been a pitcher's duel, and both starting pitchers getting out some tough jams, but unfortunately the 2-run single by Gabardi was enough to chase Nick Janice after just 2 2/3. But now it's a 3-0 count to Bartolini. That's in there for a strike, 3-1. You're the Sabres, you got plenty of time. You know your game's not going to end on one swing of the bat. Just play the game as you would. 3-0 to 3-2. Check swing, and it is down and away for ball 4. Yeah, the right part of the order coming up here for the Sabres if they want to get on the board, pull even, maybe even take the lead. We're about to find out, because here comes Austin Brune, the best offensive player on the Sabres so far this season. Slashing .316, .460, .500, 2 homers, 14 ribbies, 7 steals. To the left side, underneath Ramirez's glove, being waved around third is Cazada, and then they put the brakes on. Oh boy, third base coach was waving him home there, but quick rifle back in the infield by the man of the moment right now, Dom Gabardi.
Seems like an unfair ask of a catcher.
I mean, if the ball slows down enough and Gabardi doesn't catch up to it, maybe you can. But here comes Angelo Colucci with the bases loaded in front of him and nobody out. Possible turning point in the game here, and is upstairs for ball 1. Colucci struck out swinging his first time up in the second. So far, the only strikeout for Obi. Ground to the right side. They'll come home for that force. Nearly offline, but Dushy able to keep his foot on home plate for the first out. That throw was a little bit offline, so like it was never going to be a double play, but double play still in order now as Cazada is retired 3-2. Bartolini now at third, Brune at second, Colucci at first on the fielder's choice. Here's Consigli. Consigli with a base hit his first time up. Pops up into right, coming in. It is caught by Vanderzau, and here comes the throw to the plate. Missed the tag. Sack fly scores Bartolini. It's 2-1. What a seed from Vanderzau, though, and cleaner tag probably gets the Blue Sox out of this inning unscathed. But the Sabres do get a run. Sack fly for Consigli, scoring Bartolini.
Number 40, Maverick Bordeaux.
And now Maverick, who a nice little piece for his first AB in a Sabres uniform, but ended up being a line out. See what he can do with first and second. 2 down. Tying run in scoring position. He's got Brune at second, Colucci at first. Into right center field, on his horse is Camilla. Tracks it down. Nothing coming easy tonight on defense for both sides. We are halfway home. Sabres get on the board, but it's still the Blue Sox in the lead, 2-1.
The Stoneham Sabers, 1. Due up for the Blue Sox in the bottom of the 4th, Casserly, Dushny, and Camella.
LSP and Shipping Shield are partners in card. Shipping Shields are the eco-friendly sports and gaming card shipping protectors trusted by yours truly. Made in the U.S. and Canada on 100% recyclable cardboard. Use the codes and link on the screen or in the description for a discount on your order. We may receive a commission from those orders, but we thank you for your continued support of whatever this is. All right, Blue Sox getting out of that top of the fourth with the lead still intact, but the sac fly by Consigli cuts the lead in half. Casserly, Dushney, and Camella due up here in the bottom of the fourth against Williams. First pitch swinging behind second base into the Bermuda Triangle, and did he catch it? Are you kidding me? It's a talent show tonight in the outfield. Who's going to one-up the other last, huh? One down. Yeah, it's a swirling wind right now. It's like this is the worst game of Plinko ever.
The catcher, number 7, Max Dushney.
This is the part of the order that drew 3 consecutive walks as the first 2 were retired in the bottom of the second, but unable to cash in were the Blue Sox there after Vanderzaan flew out to left. 1-0, 1 out. Dushney drawing a walk his first time up. Williams delivers. Curveball misses down and away. 2-0. Sabers with 3 hits, all singles. Blue Sox with 3 hits, all singles. 3-0 is the count. Camella due up next. Anyone gets on, Vanderzaan. On the outside edge for a strike, it is 3-1. Janice lasted 2 2/3 innings. Oh boy, that's a pitch to hammer, isn't it? Like like you can follow it pretty easily, I would think. I mean, yeah, you got to keyhole something, I guess, but now you can't be choosy. Line down the line in right. That is a fair ball. Dushney on his way to second. Double.
Now batting the center fielder, number 18, Charlie Camella.
Dushney picks up his second double of the year. So for a young man who has had struggles at the plate, this could be a turning point game for him. Gabarty's kind of having his coming out party tonight. Dush with a walk and now a double. And as long as we're talking about pitchers keeping the Blue Sox offense off balance, and this is really the push and pull of the throttle. That will mess you up as a batter. 2-1. So Dush picks up his 4th hit and 2nd double of the year. He's in scoring position with 1 down, 2-1 count to Camella. Drew a walk his first time up. I flinched. Been doing this for so long, and I'm still not immune. 2-2 now to Charlie. Vanderzaan due up next. Williams comes set. Fouled it down, diving into center field. Great job to pick that one, sinking, plummeting towards the dirt. Camella forced that one to center for a base hit to drive home Dush and get the lead back up to 2. 3-1.
The right fielder, number 46, David Vanderzaan.
Whew. That is a brutal one. You could see the ball just dying as it got to the plate. At that point, you're lucky to make contact. At that point, you should buy a lottery ticket if you get that into center for a base hit and an RBI. Through the grass, basically doing like using a golf club almost. And that one rolled to the backstop, and now it puts Camella in scoring position for Vandy, who's looking for his first base hit of the ball game. 2-0. Dushny's double is the first extra base hit of the ball game. This will be flared behind third base, and that'll get down for a base hit. Camella had to hold up between second and third because potentially,
That might have been the weakest hit ball into the outfield.
I know, right? Potentially Bartolini could have had a play on it, or
The second baseman, number 2.
maybe Consigli if he closed a little quicker, but I'm sure the Sabres are thanking the baseball gods. It didn't bring home another run. Vanderzaan picks up his first base hit of the game. Here's AJ. He's also trying to get off the schneid. 0 for 2. Down away for a ball is 1-0. So at this point, AJ and Ward are the only players who've yet to reach base for the Blue Sox. And they'll be fouled off. I mean, I call Anderson Jimenez AJ too. It's like I know that's terrible. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and it'll be held onto by Cazada as Vanderzaan steals second. It is 1-2, both 2 runners down, scoring position. Williams comes set. It was almost like when Camella had his base hit that he was caught in between whether he's trying to hold up or swing as he was following it down, following the ball downward the same way Jimenez just did. Jimenez kept the bat on his shoulder the whole time, though. 2-2. Fouled off. Blue Sox winners of 7 in a row and looking to make it 8 in a row. A win here would pull them even in the win column with first place Malden. Swing and a miss by Jimenez, 2 down. And they'd have a game in hand, too, going in their showdown with the Chiefs.
Number 5, Luis Atiles.
Well, time to see what magic Luis Atiles has here. Chance to give the Blue Sox some cushion. Down away for a ball. Again, Blue Sox with a win would Be a game up in the loss column on the Mad Dogs. Ground to the left side, 1-1. Americans and Chiefs, 11-5-1 each, but the Americans currently hold the tiebreaker over the Chiefs because they've won the only game those two teams have played. The Bulldogs at 8-7. You see the Sabers at the bottom, 5-10. And in between the Bulldogs and the Sabers, the Expos at 7-9-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Antilles with a walk in the first, a single and a run scored in the third, and now looking for his first RBI of the ball game, maybe his first 2 RBIs of the ball game to continue his hot streak here to begin his Blue Sox tenure. It was really around that time that the Blue Sox started to right the ship fully. That
He got that big base hit in the Black Sox game.
yeah, exactly. The Black Sox game, the Bulldogs, the Expos, 3-2. Obviously, a walk wouldn't bring a run in here, but baseball is a war of attrition. You don't get to come back in after a rest if you sub out. Payoff. Here it comes. Up and away for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Great job by Antilles grinding out that at bat.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 34, Eric Ramirez.
So Antilles picks up his second walk. He's reached base all 3 times, and Eric Ramirez could really put the hurt on him. He can find a gap. Curveball, too far up and in for ball 1. Single in the first, pop up to first in the third. The ledger so far for Eric. Flies this one into right towards the corner, and that'll be caught for the out that retires the side by Dylan Laveau. Nothing coming easy tonight again on defense for either side. I love to see this pitcher's duel. The Blue Sox still leading 3-1, but they leave the bases loaded again.
Stoneham in the top of the 5th, Laveau, Correa, and Cepeda.
Advertising opportunities are available on LSP. Sponsor our content for as little as $25 a spot, whether you want to promote a business, product, or event, or send a message of support to a player, team, or coach. Email yours truly for all the deets. We got a new noodle for the Blue Sox. It is the right-hander, Mark Herlihy. Read the third line. He's making his 3rd appearance of the season, in fact, Herlihy. 2 1/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 4 Ks, and hit 1 batter. This is his first appearance, though, since June 26th. Both of his appearances have been in interleague games against Brighton in that comeback win on the day of baseball, then against ADSL on June 26th. Herlihy is in his 2nd season with the Blue Sox. Last year was 1-0 in 4 games and 4 2/3 innings, a 4.50 ERA, allowing 3 hits, 3 earned runs with 10 walks and 5 Ks. Has yet to walk a batter this season, and now that I say that, I know that's how this always works. He had 1 appearance against the Sabers last year, was on July 9th, in which he went an inning and 1/3, allowed 1 hit, 2 earned runs, walked 4, and struck out 2, and threw a wild pitch. Again, so far this season has been a very different Herlihy from what we saw last year, but then again, Herlihy had some decent numbers through his first 2 appearances last year, and then struggles against Stoneham and Al Thomas, but he did get the win despite giving up a earned run on 3 walks against Al Thomas last year. But the difference here is no walks allowed so far for Herlihy, and hoping to continue that trend as Obi gives way to him. Obi could be in line for the win if this score holds. That is swung on and missed for strike 1 to Dylan Laveau. Laveau flew out to left his first time up. 8-9-1, Laveau, Correa, and Zapata, as that is up and away for a ball, and that evens the count at 1. Blue Sox bookending this week with matchups against the Sabers. Popped up foul behind us. Look at that, Katrina. Good thing no one was warming up for the Sabers right there. But could you imagine if that crossed in front of the pitcher while he was releasing it? Oh, Randy Johnson, another baseball. Oy. 1-2 still. And the Blue Sox bookending this week with matchups against the Sabers. Sunday Hardcore Matinee, 1 p.m. at Recreation Park in Stoneham. It's the title of a Dropkick song. That's the only reason.
You know what they say? You're not hardcore unless you live hardcore. Tell me you don't get the reference.
2-2. Oh, nearly front doored him, but it is a full count. Three and two. Herlihy winds and delivers. The fourth line. And in between these two matchups of the Sabres, Thursday night, the rivalry resumes between the Blue Sox and the Chiefs. 8 o'clock first pitch. Here at LHS, another 3-2 coming in to Laveau. Yep, I put mouth on it, didn't I? Leadoff man aboard. That's on me. I know I'm terrible.
Number 16, Nelson Correa.
Leadoff man aboard for the Sabres. Second walk drawn by the Sabres tonight. Back pick attempt back to first. They may have him in there at second, and they do. As Correa had squared to bunt, he offered for strike 1, but it went to first base for the back pick, and Laveau was basically halfway to second by the time Ward had even caught that ball. 0-2. Laveau in scoring position after the steal. 0-2 to Correa. Pops this one up. Sounded like it was going to go further off the bat than it did, right?
The designated hitter, number 23, Emmanuel Cepeda.
So Correa pops up to his opposite number for the second consecutive time. So lineup turns over for Zapata, single in the first, fly out to left in the third. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Blue Sox pitchers have had just one 1-2-3 inning this game, although Obi did face the minimum in the first. A true 1-2-3 inning was the third, which Laveau flew out to left, Correa popped up to second, and Zapata flew out to left, and is in there for a strike, 0-2. Obi going the first 4 and allowing 1 run on 3 hits. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Emmanuel Zapata, 2 down.
The catcher, number 36, Dionis Quezada.
Just 1 walk and 1 strikeout on the night for Obi. Two down for Dionis Quezada. 0 for 2. Grounded was 6-4-3 in the first. Reach on error was forced out at home in the fourth. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Quezada 5 for 9 in 3 games entering play tonight. Down away for ball 2-1. In 2022 with the Middlesex Expos, Dionis slashed 391, 434, 696, 6 doubles, 23 home runs. 6 home runs, 23 RBIs. If you're ranching 23 home runs in an intercity league season, why are you even in the ICL, right? Popped up into right field. Maybe more than a pop-up. It's carrying. It gets down to the wall. 1 run scores. Quezada on his way to second and gets there with a 2-out RBI double. Well, the ball that Correa hit sounded like it was going to go further off the bat than it did. And this one didn't sound like he got all of it. But, hey, clearly the wind is carrying out to right as he trades places with Laveau. And the double in the RBI brings the Sabers within 1. Quezada in scoring position as the tying run for Bartolini, who is 0 for 1 with a pop-up, a walk, and a run scored. Leadoff walks. Quezada bluffs off of second. Dush thought about it, hangs onto it. It is 1-1. First extra base hit of the night for the Sabers. 1-2. Able to hold up there, and it is 1-2. 2-2 rather. Already 1-2. Tired boss. Lined up the middle, through for a base hit. Quezada's being waved around third. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's offline. The throw to second is offline. This game is tied. What a piece of two-strike hitting there by Nick Bartolini. Rick DeAngelis coming out to the mound. And looks like it's going to be an early exit for Mark Herlihy. Back to where we started, 3-3, and Sabres threatening for more.
Attention to the ballpark. We have a substitution to announce for the Blue Sox. Now pitching for Lexington, the right-hander, number 38, Grant Struther.
Grant Struther is going to be the new noodle for the Blue Sox after Herlihy can only get through 2/3 of an inning, allowing 2 runs and still responsible for the man on second. Struther taking over to make his 5th appearance of the year. Last pitch on June 27th against Palmer. Only has 1 appearance this year against an ICL foe. Pitched a 1/3 of an inning against Palmer on June 27th. Did not allow a hit or a run. Walked 1. Struck out 1. On the year, 3 1/3 innings, no decisions, 2.10 ERA, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 2 Ks and 2 wild pitches. So perhaps a tough task here for Strother to try and get out of this one, keeping the game tied with the cleanup man, Austin Brune, due up next. Perhaps the Sabres' best offensive player as far as this season is concerned. And mentioned Quezada's numbers before his RBI double. When healthy, there are few in the ICL as good as him with the bat. And to have him be a rock behind home plate too, that is a rare find indeed. Obviously, we see the likes of Cal Raleigh and Adley Rutschman, but I mean, Cal Raleigh nearly matching Barry Bonds' pre-All-Star break home run record. Just feels inconceivable that a catcher could be capable of that, knowing the toll that the position takes on your body. So with Bartolini at second as the potential go-ahead run for the Sabres, Austin Brune comes to the plate, 1 for 2. Down low for a ball. It is 1-0. Back to where we started. Strother looks at second, comes home with it. 2-0. A walk would not be the end of the world here, would give you more ways to get out of the inning. But you want to get your team back at the plate. Try and reclaim the lead. That's in there for a strike, and it is 2-1. Laveau leading off this inning with a walk after everything I'd said about Herlihy being better with the base on balls this year. 3-1, no advance by Bartolini. Laveau led off the inning with a walk, stole second. Pop up by Correa and a strikeout by Zapata. But back-to-back base hits with 2 down have pulled the Sabres even. Brune trying to keep the inning going. Angelo Colucci is due up next. 3-1 is the count. And the pitch. A little bit of a crow hop throw down to third. Not even. Oh, boy! In terms of Bartolini getting to third, that was the easy part. But he nearly overslid the bag, and wise job by Ramirez to keep the glove near him to see if maybe he'd step off and then get the out. 'Twas not the case. Full count with the go-ahead run now 90 feet away. Payoff. Fouled it into the backstop. We'll do it again. Bartolini picks up the steal. Now 90 feet away is the go-ahead run. 3-2. 2 down. Payoff once again. Fouled into the screen again. Maybe not your screen this time. 3-3. And the Blue Sox led 2-0 after 3. 3-1 after 4. Trying to win their 8th consecutive game, but the Sabres giving them a fight in the first meeting between these two teams of the year. Payoff pitch number 3. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, the home plate umpire says that's an out. The Sabres didn't think Dush had actually caught it, but That's the end of that one, and we will go to the bottom of the fifth. Whole new ball game, 3-3.
3-2 up for Lexington in the bottom of the fifth.
Lisco, Gabardi, and Ward.
When I say LSP is something for everyone since 2011, I by God mean it. Sports, live events, pet sitting, walking, tech, help, errands, and a whole lot more. Find our thumbtack page or Linktree LSP37 or email yours truly so we can proceed to give you what you need.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth for the Blue Sox, the extra hitter, number 34, A.J. Lisco.
The phenomenal A.J. Lisco will lead things off here in the bottom of the fifth, to be followed by Dom Gabardi and Luke Ward. Ryan Williams back out there, took over with 2 outs in the third. The Blue Sox had scored the first 2 runs of the game, chasing Nick Janese in the process, and he's held the fort pretty well since. Got the first 2 batters he faced, including the last out of the third and the first out of the fourth. Did allow a run in the bottom of the fourth. That's, trivial now as we are back to where we started, 3-3 after a 2-run top half of this 5th inning by the Stoneham Sabers, and that is outside for a ball, 1-1. Lisco 0 for 2, ground out to second in the first, reach on error and scored in the third. Flares this one the other way towards the line and foul. 1-2 is the count. Lisco, Gabardi, and Ward. If anyone gets on, Pat Casserly. No one warming behind Williams. 1-2. Stroked into center field, backpedaling. Again, that swirling wind, but not going to matter there. 1 down.
The left fielder, number 22, Dom Gabardi.
The Blue Sox are now 0 for 5 on getting the leadoff man aboard, and we know very well how much that can change the narrative of a game. The more you get the leadoff man aboard. Gabardi swings, pops this one up into right center field. And 2 for 2 on catches by Brune this inning. Quickly 2 down.
Now batting for the Blue Sox, the first baseman, number 19, Luke Ward.
Ward will try to get off the schneid. 0 for 2 with a line out to short and a ground out to second. He and Jimenez are the only Blue Sox starters who have yet to reach base tonight. Even though Lisco doesn't have a hit to reach on that error. Up and away for a ball, 1-0. 2 of the Blue Sox 3 runs are unearned thanks to an error in left by Matt Consigli that extended the inning for Gabardi, and he cashed in. Curveball misses outside. 2-0 is the count to Luke Ward. Late on that one. 2-1. Grounder to the right side. Fielded at second. A 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Williams and the Stoneham Sabers. We go to the sixth. 3-3.
No hits, no Sabers errors, and no runners left on base. We're headed to
The sixth inning with the score tied at 3, due up for Stoneham in the top of the sixth. Colucci, Consigli, and Bordeaux.
Oop, wrong one. The LSP store is open. Get yourself a DVD or digital copy of most past LSP video broadcasts or one of several different designs of stickers, shirts, or other merch, including some stuff with my dog, Tina the Long Arena, on it, and some words I've probably said on this here YouTube channel over the years. Email yours truly for game videos, spring store for merch. We go to the top of the sixth. Colucci, Consigli, and Bordeaux due up for the Sabers, trying to take the lead for the first time tonight.
leading off the top of the sixth for the Sabers.
It's been Janice and Williams so far on the mound for Stoneham, O'Brien, Herlihy, and Struther for the Blue Sox. Struther delivers to Colucci. Fouls that one off for strike one. 0 for 2 is Angelo with a strikeout and reaching on a fielder's choice. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Just realized that we are not in the top of the 645th inning. It's OBS hotkeys for you. 1-2. Struther coming set. 1-2. Swing and a miss. One up, one down. Second K in as many batters for Struther.
The left fielder, number 2, Matt Consigli.
Janice for Stoneham went 2 2/3 innings, allowed 3 hits. Again, only one of which was earned. 3 hits, 4 walks, 1 K, 3 runs, one of which was earned. 2 2/3 innings for the Stoneham starter, Ryan Janice. And in 2 1/3 innings for Ryan Williams. Well, the bullpen for Stoneham held the fort to allow Stoneham to rally and pull even here. And Matt Consigli, the man at bat right now, drove in the first Sabres run back in the fourth with a sac fly. It was a sac fly that nearly wasn't. What a seed that was from Mrs. Vandersdown's baby boy in right that nearly got Bartolini coming home. Ground to the left side, fouls, 1-2. In the end, the runs scored, and 2 fifth-inning runs later for the Sabres. And we are back to where we started, 3-3. Line score right now, 0-0-0-1-2 for Stoneham, 0-0-2-1-0 for Lexington. 1-2 is the count. Grounder to the left side. Ramirez, 2 down. Hearing the reactions from the Blue Sox dugout, thought that something had happened, but Consigli is retired for Maverick.
Number 40, Maverick Bordeaux.
Bordeaux has hit the ball hard in his first 2 ICL plate appearances, resulting in flyouts to center each time, but given how hard he hit those balls, those could very well be warning shots to the ICL. Let's see what he can do if the third time's a charm here against Struther. Waits that one out. It's strike 1. In the bottom of the 6th, it'll be the bottom 3 hitters in the Blue Sox order. Casserly, Dushny, and Camella due up. Tyler Normandy was in the on-deck circle when Ward was at bat. To the left side, backhanded and kicks away from Atilis. Well, get on base any way you can. Take him however you can get him, and we'll see if this sparks something for the Sabers.
The right fielder, number 31, Dylan Laveau.
We give that a hit or an error. There's a E6. Well, tough break there for Atiles. Bad hops. Bordeaux runs. Pitch is a ball, and it does not matter as Bordeaux is gunned down to end the inning.
For the Sabers, in the top of the 6th, no runs on no hits.
The Sabers.
No Sox errors and no runners left on base. We'll head to the
Sabres dugout not happy with the call, but I'll try and get to work to keep it a 3-3 game going into the bottom of the 6th. Are you down with the sound called LSP? Of course you are. Then follow and support us on the web. Linktree, Facebook, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. Flash your subscribe button. Membership's also available. PayPal Creator Spring, LSP 37. Tastes great on a cracker. When Chris turned on Loser by Beck, which is serenading the crowd right now, I had to hold my breath for a moment. I wondered if he was just going to, absolutely boom us with the Weird Al opening to the alternative polka that uses the same, guitar pull chord riff. I don't know the terms. I'm not a guitarologist. Opening. Anyways. Bottom of the 6th, Tyler Normandy takes ball 1. Normandy batting for Pat Casserly, who finishes the night 0 for 1 with a walk. Normandy takes down and away, and it is 2-0. Normandy 1 for 7 on the year with a walk. Fouls this one off over the screen and behind us. His lone hit came in his first game with the Blue Sox all the way back on June 9th. 2-1 is the count. Last played on July 7th against the Bulldogs and 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 3-1. Dushny, then Camella. If anyone gets on, lineup will turn over for DVZ. 3-1 from Williams to Normandy. Swing and a miss, full count. Big week here for the Blue Sox. Lined up the middle and threw for a base hit. Leadoff single. Leadoff man aboard for the first time tonight for the Blue Sox. So with Normandy at first after the leadoff single on a 3-2. Dushney to the plate. Having the best offensive game of the season for him so far. A walk, a double, and a run scored. Makes his intentions obvious, pulls back, and it's a ball. Then again, I don't think anyone would have doubted he'd be try to lay one down here. Try to get the potential go-ahead run into scoring position. Again, making it clear. And pulls back, but that's a strike. 1-1. I don't remember the last time I saw a pitcher, a non-pitcher, square to bunt so early. Gets it down the first base line, but that's going to roll foul. And it'll be 1-2. Well, Dush is going to have to swing the bat now. And that's the perfect spot to put that one, too. When you got the third baseman charging in, and you can't really leave the bag there if you're the first baseman, because then the runner on first will have second easily, and then you might have trouble just getting Dush out in the first place. So 1-2 with a runner at first. Little grounder the other way, and that'll be fielded at second and on to first, just barely in time. So the desired result comes in the end, but just no sacrifice in the line score for Dush. Normandy now in scoring position as Dush grounds out 4-3, and Charlie Camella coming to bat. A single his last time up after drawing a walk his first time, and that was against Janice. That's on the outside corner for a strike. It is 0-1. Grounder to the right side. Colucci able to knock it down. And he's safe. A little bit of an adventure there for Angelo. Try to prevent that one from getting into the outfield. If it does, Normandy's scoring. It at least keeps the inning-ending double play in order. An inning-ending double play that would send this game to the 7th, still tied. Situation like that, very least, you freeze the runner at third. Now you go to work. Lamp turns over for Vanderzout. Single his last time up, swings, skies this one into left. Normandy getting ready to tag. The catch is made. Oh my goodness, what a strong throw coming in from left by Matt Consigli to freeze the runner, and there are two down. Oh boy.
The second baseman, number 2, Anderson Jimenez.
Vanderzout now 1 for 4 after flying out on a bit of a heart stopper to left for the second time. Ground out to second first time, then fly out to left. Fly outs to left around the single and stolen base he had in the fourth. Jimenez 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Takes a ball 1-0. In the top of the 7th, the Sabres will have Laveau, Correa, and Zapata due up. Runner goes from first. Pitch is down and in. Throw down to second. Not in time. And now sneaking in the back doors, a runner from third, Normandy. Charlie Camella steals second. Normandy takes home in the back door. And now a 2-0 to Jimenez. That's on the outside corner for a strike. It is 2-1. Rick DeAngelis' ball clubs always find a new way to win, it seems. This one just puts them ahead. Nah, game ain't over yet. And Camella will stay where he is at second.
Between me and you, and I can't see anything all the way out of second base, I thought he was out dead to rights at second. So I'd avoid Tyler for reaching that.
I mean, yeah, and like the ball sank a bit too much towards the end. That might have bought the window for Camella. Into center field, a couple steps in and out, and then caught in center field by Brune. But the stolen base by Camella, just barely getting in there, allows Normandy to sneak in the back door with the go-ahead run, and it is closing time for the Blue Sox. Up 4-3. Our next broadcast Thursday night, 8 o'clock, first pitch. Blue Sox and the Andre Chiefs renew their rivalry live, on demand, always free here on LSP. Ryan O'Rourke will take over here in the top of the seventh, looking to close up shop for the Blue Sox, who are looking for their 8th consecutive win. O'Rourke's 2021 season, his first with the Blue Sox, is something that will live in ICL lore. He's a former major leaguer, but even that doesn't necessarily guarantee success to the degree that he had with the Blue Sox in 2021. He's making his second appearance of the year. His first came against the Brighton Braves on the 9th. Logged an inning, allowing 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, but 3 Ks. Performance in 2021 I mentioned. I mean, he didn't just do it on the mat, he did it at the bat. He had a 948 OPS at the plate, and then on the bump, 8-0 with a .42 ERA in 50 innings, 23 hits, 5 runs, only 3 of which are earned, 12 walks, 94 strikeouts. Averaged almost 2 Ks an inning, and had a whip of exactly .7. Trying to get the save here as Laveau leads things off and fouls that one into the screen for strike 1. Laveau will try to get his first base hit of the ball game. He flew out to left in the 3rd and then drew a walk leading off the 5th. Stole second, then came around to score, trading places with Quezada on his RBI double. It is 1-1. This is the part of the order that was due up for the Sabres when they tied the game at 3 back in the 5th, as that is in there for a strike 1 and 2. It was Laveau who walked, and Correa popped up to second. Zapata struck out swinging, and Quezada with a massive 2-out RBI double to extend the inning, and then Bartolini tied it. But Laveau is retired here on the strikeout. 1 up, 1 down. So after the Sabres tied, it is now Grant Struthers' game to win if this holds. Ryan O'Rourke getting the first out on the strikeout of Laveau. Correa, a little blooper behind second, a stumble by Jimenez lands in right field for Correa's first base hit of the ball game. That puts the tying run at first.
The designated hitter, number 23, Emmanuel Cepeda.
Manuel Cepeda 1 for 3, led off the ball game with a single, and flew out to left and struck out. Fouled into the screen for strike 1. Only one other game tonight in the ICL. It's the Americans and the Chiefs at Maplewood. That's a ball. It is 1-1. Of course, is battle of two of teams in the logjam towards the top of the ICL standings. It is going to be a dogfight to the very end with the Americans, Mad Dogs, Chiefs, and Blue Sox all trying to get separation from one another. 1-2. Down low, that is 2-2 now. Blue Sox have the Chiefs on Thursday, and they'll run it back with the Sabers Sunday afternoon at 1 at Recreation Park in Stoneham. 2-2 with Correa at first, and the pitch fouled off. Quezada due up next. RBI double as last time. O'Rourke surely would love to get a double play and make sure he doesn't get it next time. Gotta get your outs wherever you can. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch from a man whose fastball is as electric as they come in this league. Talk about having you off balance. Second strikeout of the inning for Rhino, and the Sabres down to their final out, but it's a good one in Quezada. RBI double his last time up. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. 0-1. No David's need apply. O'Rourke looks at first, at home, at first, and comes home with it. Little looper, caught! Jimenez to his right to haul that one in, and the Blue Sox have made it 8 in a row.
The Stoneham Sabers 3. With the win, Lexington moves to 13-5.
In the Intercity League, the loss drops Stoneham to 5-11. Getting the win for the Blue Sox tonight, number 38, Grant Struther. Taking the loss for the Sabres, number 25, Ryan Williams. Earning the save for Lexington, Ryan O'Rourke. Time of game, 1 hour and 51 minutes.
So the Blue Sox have made it 8 in a row, and when they host their old rivals, the Andre Chiefs, on Thursday night, they'll look to make it 9. And at this point, the Blue Sox are now even in the win column and a game up in the loss column on the Malden Mad Dogs. This is going to be a fun ride to the very end of the regular season and into the postseason, too. We'll be here for you every step of the way as the Blue Sox look to ascend back to the top of the ICL mountain. So, with that said, this has been a presentation of LSP, something for everyone for over a decade. Copyright 2025, unauthorized use of this broadcast without express written permission of LSP and the Blue Sox is strictly prohibited. A reminder, if you'd like to support future content here on this here YouTube channel, you know what to do. Shipping Shield, use the codes and link on the screen or in the description. Sponsor our future content for as little as $25 a spot. Hire us to work your next live event. Buy some of this fabulous merchandise or game videos from yours truly. And, of course, Linktree, Facebook, YouTube, PayPal, Creator Spring, LSP 37. Milberg's down with the sound. Kooky is, I'm sure. Are you? See you Thursday night, 8 o'clock first pitch. The Andre Chiefs and the Lexington Blue Sox, a rivalry renewed. Once again, the final score from center field at Lexington High School in Lexington, Mass. It is the Lexington Blue Sox 4 and the Stoneham Sabers 3. The Blue Sox improving to 13-5, and the Sabers falling to 5-11. For Chris Del Sordo and all my very ratty friends here at LHS, my name is Sam Feely, reminding you forever and always, freelance isn't free. Thanks for tuning in. Fresh for 2025. Suckers.